Banter fam. Okay, I look at this tweet over here. Wise Man says Bitcoin always looks dumpiest before the pumpiest, right? It's quite funny because every time we have had panic dips, the market actually gets a local bottom, right? But the big thing for yesterday, there was a lot going on, right? For me as a chartist, like hearing that this AI stuff and then now all of a sudden the US are going to go down because China's brought out this new thing. It was quite crazy, right? And what happens is obviously this spreads all over the world, and then you get this massive little fear drop. And the main thing for Bitcoin was, okay, Rand is saying even $70,000, $80,000. I'm like, whoa, where does all this come? Like, can this be this bearish, right? And yesterday was very important to understand that Bitcoin had a support. If we lost that support, we start preparing for downside, right? And a good thing waking up today, Bitcoin bounced on 618, which is a very, very, very good, support area and a support fib. It also bounced beautifully on the trend line. So today, it's important now that, okay, we held support. Market's doing opposite to what people thought, right? And that's why I said I'm not selling a single dime on my long-term portfolio or even my spot in general. Again, my full portfolio, my full trading portfolio is in. However, I'm not going to leverage trade, right? Because the market was so volatile, it was going to wreck anyone. And that's the important thing to understand. That zooming out, and we zoomed out perfectly yesterday as well. And I said, guys, this is still my track for Bitcoin. We have this little dump, right? We had this little pool over here, but this is still my exact scenario of what I see happening within Bitcoin. And this is the play that I am sticking to. And it's so important that you're going to hear a lot of things around the world that this is my plan. And I cannot go and shift it just because China created some cool tech, right? I cannot go and change the whole thing. You've got to take it day by day. And again, what happened was big news events, everyone thinking for the worst, and Bitcoin damn bounces, right? So the important thing to pay attention to now is the breakout. If we break out the next trend now, bye-bye dump, bye-bye everything, and we're going to start rallying with up again. So today I want us to be prepared for the exact signal of when I'm going to deploy some trading portfolio, which is my last 2%, and then Sheldon the Sniper is, like we call it, balls deep, like in. I'm all in on these next major things. We've got FOMC coming out tomorrow. Okay, they're saying that it's no rate cuts, things will probably come expected, right? So that has always been a big event, and it's also been a very big dominance shifter event when we do have this FOMC. So we got that coming up as well. But today we have to remain focused on if the breakout happens, everyone's bearish, and I even looked here. I can't believe it that the futures, if you look at the futures today of the stock markets, what dump? Gone. Okay, and it's quite insane to see that how fast these things happen, how fast these dips happen, right? And when these biggest news events happen is the best time that the markets tank as well. So it's so important to not take these things too much to offense. And that's why I brought on Rand yesterday. Let's get the fundamentals, get an understanding. But then we also summed it down to a chart to be like, hey, we got one more support. If we hold this damn support, don't change your theory. Stay focused on the game. And I'm here to say the same thing again. One fat green candle takes all the damn pain away, okay? And you need bad fundamental news for the market to shift down. That brings in buying power and actually gets the market to go up again. We went to 106,000, didn't get through it on Bitcoin, right? Which means there was not buying power then. Sometimes the buying power is sitting lower. And that's why price needs to dip sometimes in order to rip again later on. So today we're going to pay attention to what is strong. XRP has basically reclaimed everything, right? XRP, what dump, right? Bye-bye, finished, gone. And there's a bunch of other tokens. So again, I want to bring out the urgency and say, hey, there's tokens that are not giving a crap about this and they are breaking trends now. Pay attention, right? I'm also going to tell you when it is time to start trading again. Okay, and I'm going to tell you exactly where the next major short squeezes are. So no more wasting time. Let's have a great show. Let's get our heads in the damn game. Okay, we went through a lot of emotions. We're back on track now. Let's stay focused and let's get ready for the next rally. Let's go.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like sniper. Welcome to Sheldon Show.
Friday, Banter fam, how are you doing? How's everyone doing? Are you okay? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a yes in the chat. We're okay. We're getting through this. It's been tough. It's been a crazy last couple of weeks, but we're good, right? We're good. That's the main thing. The main thing that I need you to do is never quit, right? Get through the damn bad patches, and you're going to be one of the percentages that are going to make a lot of money when the markets go up again, right? If you're going to allow to flush it out, you're only just destroying yourself, right? And it's just going to teach you in a normal thing of life, don't quit. When times get hard, get your ass on the horse. And the same thing is when things go good again and all of this is forgotten, right? Still keep learning, still keep progress. Don't get comfortable, right? Don't get comfortable. Don't get anything. Remember the bad days, prepare for the bad days, and just keep growing as a person, as a trader, as a crypto investor, and as a boss of your own money, right? That's the important thing. Okay, so how are we doing? We all good. We all good. We all good. We all broke. We are not broke. We are pre-rich. Okay, no one's broke, right? We're pre-rich. Did you sell? If you sold in the panic yesterday, that's the problem. But if you didn't sell, you're not broke, right? And you're not rich either, right? We're none. We're neutral, okay? That's exactly what we are. But we need to sell when the market starts to rally again. And it'll be quite ironic that if the market just rockets from here, how it's just basically left everyone behind. But let's pick a few things, right? Everything was getting frothy except crypto over the last 8 weeks, right? Stock markets were getting very frothy though, okay? The tech companies were getting frothy. Everything was getting very frothy. And I just want to show you this over here, okay? That if you look at this here, look how much money, $787 billion were wiped out from the US stock market yesterday. 787 billion. Isn't that like, that's like nearly double the size of ETH, isn't it? I think ETH is only like 400 billion or something. More than ETH, the entire network of ETH. That's, again, you got to scale out and understand how small crypto is still to the big money within this, in the other markets, right? We're still tiny when it comes to the rest. But that's how much money was liquidated. So what happens then is the last time that I remember that a lot of money got liquidated from Bitcoin was when it went to $90,000, right? And after that, we went to $108,000. Okay, so you always have these massive leverage flushes that happen within the markets that actually turn out to be good rallies that happen after that. So maybe the market was extremely frothy when it came to stock markets and when it obviously came to the tech markets as well. And a nice little flush out is what's needed for things to go up again. And I remember yesterday I did give this scenario and I spoke about the NVIDIA thing over here. And I said, guys, this is what it looks like for me. Right? And if we're looking now, it's actually very close to what we said yesterday, that's what I'm expecting to happen with NVIDIA itself. I'm expecting that drop, and the drop was pretty big. If you look at the tops, you're already down 23%. Okay, and I was saying around the 20 to 30%. I think I said it yesterday on Twitter. And I also said something else on Twitter, but I want to show you this over here. There we go. NVIDIA crash, prepare for plus minus 30% drop. Fear will hit the markets fast. A panic dip will happen, but will not last long. Very big opportunities and specials will be available. Make sure you stay alive and don't get flushed, right? Fast forward 24 hours later, and we're starting to see a little bit of a recovery, right? We're starting to see things starting to rocket up pretty quickly, and it just shows you again, this is a damn game. You've all played Candy Crush, you've all played Minecraft, you've all played Fortnite, you've all played these things, and you've all done well at times in it, and you've also got wrecked at times in it, but overall, you can actually, I've seen people that have made tons of gems or whatever in Candy Crush, and tons of money. We're playing Minecraft at the moment, and like our diamond bags are looking pretty good, right? So again, what that looks like is games, we can become millionaires, right? We can do so well. Why not in real life? Just damn, make life a game, make money a game, right? And understand that this game has these things that repeat, right? These big news events have always marked the bottoms, right? COVID, bottom, right? Banks collapsing, bottom. War, bottom. And you can go look at every single damn chart, every single damn time. These things have marked the bottoms, right? When everything is great and the best news is coming out, top. It's a game, right? So today you need to treat yourself as a damn robot and play the game. Okay, start understanding the repetitions of the game, because all of you have done so many good things in your life except possibly money. Okay, because you're just treating money with way too much emotions, and you're making money your, I don't know, you're making it way bigger than what you actually think it is. It's not that hard to actually make, and it's not that hard to actually build something very powerful for yourself. Okay, but we are way too emotionally attached, and we also think like this. The biggest separation for those that are super successful with money in this world versus those who are not is those that are successful, every decision they make is long term. Those that are not successful financially, everything is short term. How do I get through today? How do I get through tomorrow? They don't think about the next 6 months, next 9 months. The best way to get, and I remember that when I was a carpenter, I would work my ass off to buy a bottle of brandy for the weekend to go party and spend all my money and have a good time for the weekend. Monday I'm broke again, and I go hustle again in the next week to go make to get the money for the good weekend again, right? I never thought about my future. I never thought about anything further, and I never prepared for that. And that's the slight little shift over here again, that we go back into the charts here and we go look at that damn high time frame. Okay, and you still start to see that, whoa, okay, we are still very much in an aggressive bull market. Okay, we have not, lost any major trends. That's a big trend for me. That bottom trend there, we're not anywhere near there. That's a big trend for me that'll say, hey, okay, we're done, right? Market is now exhausted and finished. But this for me is still my game plan, and I'm sticking 100% to my game plan, right? I cannot allow, this is a game for me, and I've played this game before. I've seen how we've broken all-time highs. I've seen how these flags over here flush people out. I see how it gets tough. And the only thing that destroys me in these times here is leverage, right? Leverage whoops my ass when the market goes sideways like this. Long-term bags, it's just boring because you look and you're up 10%, then you're down 10%, you're up 10%, you're down 10%, right? And these sort of things. But when it comes to leverage, that's where you get smacked. And that's, again, a nice little realization for you that your gold is your spot and your long-term accounts, right? Don't think your leverage is going to save your damn life and make you long-term wealth. It's not. It's there to make small problems go away. When you have a badass week, go book yourself. Like, this is very important. If you got to understand that 10 days in a month is actually good for leverage. 20 days is not, right? 20 days of the month, they're taking your money, okay? And 10 days in a month, they're giving you money. So what that means now is when you have the good streak again and the money is when the market is giving money back to you again, prepare for the 20 days as well. As an example, just an idea, that's what I want to teach very much to club as well, that if you're in Sniper Club and it costs you $100 a month, right? And next time you make $1,000, go pay for 6 months of Sniper Club now, because in those 6 months of downside, when you're going to want to quit, you're going to need a commute to hold together. So instead of thinking short term and how I can make all this money, do everything right now, prepare on the good days for those red times. And these red times will become games to you, right? They'll become a lot easier and a lot less emotional for you, because you've actually pre-planned for it and you actually had a nice game plan for that to happen. So again, the way it stands for me over here is there is a rally coiling up for Bitcoin to $120,000 to $130,000. FOMC could be a trigger tomorrow. I think if FOMC comes out as expected, and if we go look at a couple of things over here on FOMC, when is it tomorrow? That it's a 4.5%. Is this the correct one over here? They're basically saying, it's the previous forecast, not much is going to happen. If nothing happens, I don't think the market tanks. I think the market starts to go up again. It's only bad news that the market's looking forward to actually have reaction to. If anything neutral, we have so many fundamentals in the last 2 weeks alone that is very bullish for Bitcoin. We have never had a pro-US president on crypto. We've never had the possibilities of this being a part of the reserve. We've never had these things before, right? So when it comes to fundamentals, super, super, super cool. So if things are normal, okay, I see the market reacting really good. And if we have a damn cut, then I see the market going absolutely berserk. And we've got to be prepared for both. And I'll show you both scenarios within the chart. Okay. But nonetheless, there's going to be triggers. And I'm still looking at $120,000, $130,000 on a push on Bitcoin, a small flush that will trigger alt season. Okay. And I'm glad that me and Rand had a small debate yesterday, not a big one. Okay. Guys, there's I don't know how many, 36 million coins out there. They are not all going to pump, right? Because if you look at the Bitcoin dominance, it is basically tracking 150 of the altcoins, right? That's what it's tracking. Why? Because 150 altcoins actually matter, okay, when it comes to trillions of dollars. Okay, there's only 150 I would say the top 500 altcoins are actually those that actually have a lot of money in crypto. The rest are all small little 0.0001%. Those, if they pump or not, it doesn't matter. Right? Alt season is when you have the top 500 or top 800 coins that just outperform Bitcoin by at least 100%, right? 100, 200, 300%. And again, for me, it's take profit season. This is what gets the whole world interested, okay? Gets everyone in, brings in a lot of liquidity, and big hands can offload. And later on, we'll find out that they sold, and that's what will just tank the market, right? So again, the way this looks like for me is I think by May this year, I think Bitcoin's top is going to be close to in. Then I think it is going to have a short rejection and then go sideways for a bit. And I think also just going to continue. We'll have a blow off top. And I do think that June, July is going to be quite terrible. Maybe one more blow off top that will happen in October. But I still think by the end of this year, we're going to have a very aggressive stock market pullback. So again, I've built my plan. Okay. And because I have a plan, I survive the red days. I survive. I'm still doing shows. I'm still here performing. I'm still doing what I got to do because I got a full game plan and I can't just zoom in and allow this choppiness like this because it has been quite choppy. Okay. I can't allow this to wreck me and to make me it just makes me realize, hey, Sheldon, you put too much money in here. Next time, don't put so much money. Okay, next time things are going good, prepare for the red days a little bit more, okay, and just be damn better. But when it comes to the conviction of where we're at, that's what I see. Now, let me tell you what I see on altcoins. This is what I see on altcoins. After this dip, okay, we're going to speak about if this dip's done or not. After this dip's done, okay, alt season. And I'm saying it, okay? Because again, we stopped right at all-time highs. We stopped right there at damn all-time highs, and we are now in a bull flag, right? Very similar to this point over here where we went and we actually made a nice bull channel. And then when we broke out, we started to rip, right? This was tough. It was hard to think there was ever going to be an alt season again. It was hard to think all those sort of things. And then all of a sudden it started, right? And it caught a lot of people off guard when XRP damn 5x, right? And everything just went crazy. Again, we are in a bull flag. What we are looking for is the main weekly breakout, and this is where you can leverage the crap and have a lot of trading fun again, is when we get through there. For now, you got to again pay attention to the high time frame buys that are available, okay? But this is the play here. When Bitcoin starts to make its way up over here, starts to rally up, what does that cause the altcoins? It causes the altcoins to actually break the highs. Then that's not an altcoin pump yet for me. What happens then is Bitcoin will have a rejection. When Bitcoin has that rejection, okay, that for me will collapse the dominance and start the dominance on its route down to these levels over here. When we get here, and then we see Bitcoin rejecting, then I'll tell you, okay, guys, the top is in, bull market's over, right? Until then, when this dominance is going up and up and up and up, we have not gotten to take profit season on anything yet, okay? On the crypto market, none of that we have seen any of those major levels over here just yet. So this, I still see a mega drop incoming. And again, these are my ETH BTCs. This is everything that I think is going to play out very much over there. So altcoins, again, this next pump is not the alt season pump yet. It's the pump that comes probably in the areas of the March, maybe Feb. I do think Feb can be a big area for us. But nonetheless, this is a strong push. It's 30% up from the market, then a shake, and then we get rallying up. So again, you're running out of early $3,000 ETH positions. You're running out of Solana early $200 positions. You're running out of Chainlink at low $24. You're running out on Doge low 30 cents thing. These will not be available for that long. Okay, now what I also like is seeing all these little pin bars that are forming on the weeklies. That shows that the week started off with red and it got bought up. Okay, and pin bars have always marked very good signs. So for example, over here on the left, that pin bar resulted in that massive rocket. Just before that, we had a little pin bar that happened over there too, right? So pin bars are very strong reversal signals that you must also not ignore. Okay, basically saying that the market did go bearish, but buying power actually came in and turned that around. And what that little bearishness did is it actually got people to double think their strategies and to make them start not believing again, right? I was actually very shocked that Random Man said that he thinks we're going to go to 70K. I was like, I need to like sell my car and go like really buy whatever the hell I can, right? Because that's really getting to get to people's brains. And I love that the market actually did something completely opposite. Okay, so let's go through a couple of things, right? There's a 98% chance the Fed will not make any rate cuts changes on the 29th of January. Okay, so that's fine. I just don't want them to raise anything. That's a big thing. If we cut, then again, the market will go crazy, but it raise. So again, these are the numbers over here for tomorrow. This is where it's a big play. You know, if we look at what FOMC has done previously, it's reversed or continued the dominance, and it's definitely been a big player in reversals or mega pumps within Bitcoin. So again, anything neutral, I think, is positive. Again, guys. Wise Man says Bitcoin always looks dumpiest for the pumpiest. Very true. Very, very, very true. Let's go through a couple of things. State of Arizona strategic Bitcoin reserve passes out of the committee. It's spreading like wildfire. Good fundamentals. Bitcoin has completed its first discovery uptrend. Bitcoin has most likely completed its first price discovery correction. History suggests that over the next 2 weeks, Bitcoin should be able to embark on its second price discovery uptrend. Right. So very much kind of backing what I'm saying over here. Whether that's what I see happening over there. Okay, let's go into a couple other things before I jump into the charts. ETH. I think so much is happening on ETH behind the doors that I think we're going to see such a hated rally within ETH that no one's going to catch it at all. Okay, but the Trump-backed World Liberty Financial bought another 3,200 ETH on yesterday's dip. So again, when everyone wants to panic out and everything's going to drop, guess who's buying, right? It currently holds 59,000 ETH right now, according to the data from Arkham Intelligence. Insane. ETH, right? This is also what's quite crazy here. Now, again, Solana has a smaller market cap than ETH, right? ETH's been dominating for a lot longer than Solana. Solana's newer, okay? But Solana's up 30x in 2 years, okay? ETH is up 2x in 2 years. You know, again, if you're a catch-up trader and you know what possibly comes next, but nonetheless, I think they're both going to dominate, right? Sol has outperformed for 2 years straight on this meme super cycle. Obviously, memes was a big play of that. Moving forward, I don't think it extends its run for the next 3 years straight. That's why I focus it on ETH, and it's not that complicated. Okay, World Liberty agrees too. Yes, very much. They're buying all the dips over here. Next thing, check out Ethereum jaw dropping Q1 track record. 2017, it pumped 580%. 2021, 160%. 2025, okay, same area, same time, everything on ETH. So I'm still saying ETH is a big one. And again, more bullish news on Solana too. Let's not forget that Solana broke all-time highs before this dump, right? Solana is now sitting, back at the 240-250. Okay, institutional bets on Solana, 40 million in play. Sol Strategies has just increased their positions with a $4.5 million buy of a 19,000 Sol. Solana is another token that's getting accumulated very quickly. And obviously, Jupiter on Sol has been doing incredibly well. Okay, it becomes the biggest 24 gainer amongst the top 120 coins by market cap in the last 24 hours. So Jupiter is rocketing. So that just shows you again that when you're looking at, if I'm saying ETH now and I'm saying Solana, you must go look at the protocols on these chains, right? These are chains that have multiple protocols that are being built on it. ETH ecosystem, again, if you want to find out more, go here to the Banter Bubbles, okay? Click on this little icon over here and you can go look at the narratives. You can even go look at the ecosystems. You can go straight here and see everything that is built on ETH, right? Look how much is built on ETH, insane. And you go here to Solana, look how much is built on Solana as well. Right, so it gives you a good idea to just go have a look. And again, I like the bigger market cap tokens because I don't think there's too many small tokens that I think small tokens are just going to dominate the cycle. I think the blue chips are the ones to really focus on. Next one over here, let's go see. Yeah, so I stopped trading charts now. I agree with this guy. He asked, God, please give me a sign in Q1. And that was the sign. We smashed through lightning smashed through that trend line over there, and lightning looks like a new cool thing to trade. Let's see. It's basically told us we're going to consolidate for the whole of Jan, and at the end we're going to pop, right? So let's see what happens over there. Pain shapes the trader. This is very important, guys. Pain shapes the trader. Losses build resilience. Mistakes create wisdom. Uncertainty develops intuition. Okay, don't resist the journey. Each drawdown makes you stronger. Each loss makes you sharper. Each mistake makes you better. Flow with it. Okay, this is so important. Write this down, put it on your damn wall. It's all part of your journey, guys. When I tell you again that I get to present on YouTube, it did not start like this. I got smashed. I got so depressed. I got wrecked. Because my whole life savings was sitting in leverage. So you can see how fun that was. And my first time I entered the market was about 4 days before the COVID crash. After I just got scammed and I lost 98% of all my money, right? So I had 2% left of my money and I entered 4 days before the COVID crash. You can imagine what my journey was like. No job, no nothing, no car, nothing, right? So it was very interesting. Okay, let's go through a couple of things. I can't believe XRP rocketing through. Let's quickly go look at the last 24 hours over here and the top 100 tokens and look at what's showing a little bit of strength, right? It's very important that once you've gone through a dump and you start to see a little bit of a recovery, it's very important to go have a look what is looking quite strong. 𝗬𝗬𝗕𝗏 is a good one. BitCenter is recovering really nice today. We have XRP recovering very good as well. I see Radium, so the Solana chain is definitely looking strong over there. Hyperlig was looking good. I see even the Trump token is starting to come. I'm pretty sure this thing's going to still have a parabolic run. Cardano is looking good. Fartcoin, bro, this thing. How is this thing always dominant? Like how? It's always up here. Fartcoin, every time I see green, I see Fartcoins there. It's very funny to see what's happening. But this is a good, and Algorand over there as well. So a couple of tokens that I want to speak in today. So let's go through the two major things we've got to pay attention to with Bitcoin at the moment. So the bounce area was really good, right? This was the bounce area here. And I said yesterday, guys, bounce here, otherwise we go bear scenario, right? Bear scenario looked like this. Basically said that we're going to lose here, come up here, and we're going to start this into the 80,000s, right? But you cannot shift bearish yet until you get through your major last support. I said this was one of the plays yesterday. So guys, we're going to rock it up, and I'm very much agreeing to this, right? We're going to have a strong push to the upside. Then what's going to happen after that is you're going to have a short-term correction into FOMC. Okay, and then after FOMC, if we get the breakout, markets are going to start rallying up. So I've given you guys two major scenarios on my plays on Bitcoin. Okay, there is a scenario where this market just says screw you and goes up today, right? Stock markets open today, market starts pre-pumping into FOMC. Okay, and bye-bye. Because again, going here and looking at the damn futures about to break the highs again. Okay, so that little dip that happened there is now gone, right? And look at this. If we start breaking through this today, right, the markets might not want to pull back. So again, the way this looks like, any short-term trading, guys, I'll only trade, and I'll show you now on the total 3, I'll only trade in a couple of days. Let's get through the news patch. Let's get through the volatile patch. Once we get through here, then we say, okay, sweet, risk on, let's go, right? Then it's leverage trading galore and short-term. Until then, you just focus on your bags that you can survive and the volatility, okay? And don't worry about the short-term trades just yet, okay? But here we go. So here's my 2 plays on Bitcoin. If we pull down into FOMC, which we usually do a lot of the times, but if we pull down into the FOMC, I'm seeing us come make a higher low, and then I actually do see the market pushing up. Okay, the only major bearish, the main support on Bitcoin right now is at $98,000. That's the only thing that changes any bullish scenarios, which means right now you don't think about anything bearish. Okay, you focus on the bullish scenario. This is when you can make decisions. Until then, you cannot flip flop and be bullish, bearish. You cannot do that, right? It's like being in a damn relationship and you believe in the relationship one day and then you hate it the next day. Okay, you say, I hate this relationship. The next day, I love you, baby. You can't do that shit, right? Stop it. You're either in this relationship or you're not, right? You can't go up and down anymore. It doesn't work like that. It's not sustainable. Okay, so pull back into the zone. Bounce zones of Bitcoin is the 100 to the 101, and then we start making our way up into these trends. If the market says screw you, we're going to trap everyone gone. Okay, then market starts to rally up today to the 108. We reject the 108 into FOMC, and then news comes out neutral, maybe a cut, and all of a sudden we start breaking through. And how crazy would it be if Bitcoin breaks all-time highs this week, right? That will just catch everyone. Again, flushed, gone, finished. Bitcoin's at $110,000, $115,000 by the end of the week, and we continue, right? Obviously, the important thing is the catch-up trade within the altcoins. So altcoins, if you look at this over here, we are slowly grinding up in dominance. We are not going parabolic anymore, right? Which for me is a very big progress. We are not doing this anymore. And I want to show you the difference here because it's very important to see the difference so that you can actually understand that behind what you see, okay, things are actually evolving. Okay, as much as you may look at the portfolio and just look at your numbers, okay, you got to understand that we have struggled with this dominant. Where is my, which one is it? This one. No, it's not that one. Okay, let me just get this right here. Give me 2 secs. Get this. Because everyone just looks at the portfolio and they don't actually understand what's happening behind the doors. Bars pattern. That's the one I want to see. This is the market we were fighting previously. Okay, look at that. Okay, look at the difference when it comes to the Bitcoin dominant strength. If you look at this over here, look how aggressive we were, okay, just a couple of weeks back. When all of a sudden the market went through the dips and then Bitcoin started to rally up again, look how strong the Bitcoin dominance is versus where we are now, right? Where this dominance is basically just, when things are getting hard right now, it's just coiling sideways and just slowly grinding up. And what that creates for me is that creates that when dominance gets to a certain area, okay, and may this be a little bit higher, may it actually the top be in now. You're going to see at any moment, you are going to see some bullish news or something that's going to trigger alts, and you're going to see a very big drop like this within the dominance, okay? And that is going to happen on a short squeeze within the altcoins. Now, that happens a little bit higher from where we are now, right? And to give you a percentage meter, it happens around 67% higher than where we are now. Why? Because this is the all-time high on altcoins, right? And the moment we can finally put the thing to rest to say that there is going to be an altcoin season. I can't believe this debate's even happening. People say there's not going to be alt season this time. It's like, it's ridiculous, right? Once it's smashed through and absolutely going, then everyone's going to believe it and there won't be any naysayers anymore and everyone will join the party, right? But that happens on the all-time high break. That's when things start to go parabolic, start to go quickly. So what we have here is altcoins actually did pretty good on the dump, to be honest. It did pull back, but we actually had a higher low, which is really good, right? We bounced in a good zone. Now, again, the way it looks like for altcoins is from here. This is where things really start to rally up. And that's where I see this candle happening, right? When the alts finally break through the big resistance and they start going. Okay, so the 2 plays again on alts today is if we have that little rejection, that's what it looks like. Pre-dump into FOMC, and FOMC, we start to ignite. We start to push up. And I won't be surprised if maybe tomorrow the FOMC actually tanks the dominance, actually creates something like that, because it has done it before in the past, where the FOMC has been a reversal for the dominance. Okay, so that's the one scenario like that. Second scenario again, market says, screw you. we're going to do something crazy. We're going to go for it now. Okay. And if the altcoins recover this within today, then I still see that small pullback into FOMC, and then we get going. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if the altcoins have broken all-time highs this week. Okay. I really won't. Okay. When it comes to ETH, there's the 2 plays on ETH. So I want to show you guys something. We are forming very bullish patterns on these altcoins. Okay. You are getting descending wedges. Okay. Where the price goes up and it gets smaller, but it does it to this angle. Okay. And this angle is bullish when it comes to trading and charts. Okay. What is bearish is when it goes and it goes up. That is what is bearish, right? And that's the clear signs that I'll make sure I do not miss again on Bitcoin. That was the problem with Bitcoin, was when we started pumping here the first time, we did that. Okay. And that was the problem. Okay, even though we're climbing up, we were not climbing up fast enough. It was going up at an angle, and that is bearish. Okay, and I don't want to fall for that crap again. Fast forward a little bit later, now Bitcoin's doing it right. Now Bitcoin is pumping and doing this, and that is bullish, right? So now the markets are looking good, and that's the important thing to understand. So again, going back here to the alts again, this is what your altcoins look like. They have this big push up, and we have a flag. So the big trigger point is the break of this trend. Okay, and by the break of that trend is a all-in signal for me on that specific altcoin, right? So if you look at ETH now, ETH pullback, it held 618 really good. Okay, so where it bounced is good, but here's the 2 plays. Rejection from here on Bitcoin, higher low 618, and then ETH starts to push up. If it rockets through today, that's what happens. But your main trigger is ETH. You don't have much time. The breakout is $3,300 on ETH. Anything below that is the accumulating stage. Dollar cost, build your positions. By the time we break these trends, make sure you're in on ETH. What we are preparing ourselves for ETH, the next pump, okay? The first one is just to get back to the main resistance, right? Make a higher high. That's the first one. Because remember, and I'm going to go here and show you guys here so you can understand that when we have this area here, and let's actually draw it again here quickly for you, just so I can do this nicely and show you. So when you have this pump up, and then you have this happening over here, right? You have this descending wedge that is forming. When we break here, the first thing that's super important is to get the higher high. That's the important thing. Once it's through there, higher high, higher low, and we've reversed trend, right? So that's the first sign. So that's that first block that I have here, that once ETH breaks out of this area here, then we're going to push to the 3.7, right? Once we get 3.7, we get through 3.7, then it's showing us that the first higher high is in. Okay, and now we're going. And this buys that we are preparing for on ETH, okay, is to prepare us for a rally to the 4,008, is to get back to all-time high. That is the big one. Okay, so again, if you want to know why am I fighting, why am I paying attention today, market looks boring, just keep focusing on this number over here. That's why you're focusing, right? Again, that's not my bull market target. It's a little bit higher, right? But for the next push over the next couple of weeks in the rally that I see incoming, that is the number you're fighting for within your brain, 4,800. Solana. Okay, the number that you are fighting for and why you're focusing on entries is $340 is your next target, right? Your next area. Again, I see higher in the bull, but we're not focused on that just yet. So here is my plays on Sol. If we reject now, Sol will come back down to around 230. That's your buy zone. But when it breaks this damn trend here, because you must understand that Solana is in a bullish pattern right now, okay, that's where it's going to get going. Where it really gets coiling up is through the $270 range. Your chain link, that's my play on Chainlink. Make sure that by the time we break this trend, what we're fighting for now is a Chainlink. The next area is $38. Very good targets, right? And very good areas. Look at Dogecoin. That is a bullish pattern, okay? Very similar to the time before that where we broke that trend and we started to rally up, right? Very similar to when price rallied up there. You could see it, right? Every time we have these damn bullish patterns. That was a little bit of a funny dump that happened that time. There we go. When you start to coil down and you break the trend, that's where things, it's actually bullish, right? So again, over here, your breakouts on this is 35 cents. So accumulate. Once you break here, what you're fighting for is for the next run up to 50 cents within Doge. I see Cardano is actually very close to breaking trend. Okay, what you're fighting for Cardano is the next rally's up is to 1.3. Okay, Algo. There's the trend on Algo. Okay, so again, you got 2 options today. Your long term, you accumulate for as long as you belong this trend line. The next is sitting on a bunch of cash that you're ready to execute when we break these damn trends. These are still the main tokens that I'm focused on. I'm not shifting. The moment I shift to other coins, I get very bad at trading. Okay, where I'm really good is trading the coins that I know. And I keep coming back to the analogy of if you are going to race a car around a track, the way you're going to break record times is by racing a car that you know. If you're going to jump into a brand new Ferrari and try to do a lap time, you're probably going to crash into a pole, or you're going to burn tires, and you're not going to know what the hell you're doing, right? So stop setting yourself up for failure. Stop driving cars that you don't know. Okay, start to choose 5 of your favorite tokens, especially if you want to trade. Okay, choose 5 of your favorite tokens and get good at 5 tokens. Don't worry about the other 2 billion tokens that are out there already, right? Don't worry about that. These are my favorite tokens. Okay, let's go through XRP over here. XRP, just going, maybe. It's actually broken trend already. So XRP's 2 plays look like this. Soon it starts to reject, come here, and then get going. Or again, it says, screw you guys, I'm going. And how do I want to work out my next targets for XRP? Let's go see. Let's see where XRP goes next, right? Because these tools are very good. I want to show you why they're very good, but let's go. Okay. So your next first major target, okay, so there's 3.6, and then your next target's $4.6 on XRP. So XRP is looking coiled up for a strong move. Look at another token that's in a good zone that I'm loading up a lot at the moment is Ondo. Ondo, I didn't manage to buy much of it because it was this expensive then. It was at $1.8, $1.92. And now we are back at the areas of 1.3, breaking trend. Didn't get affected much from the dump and holding beautifully in these areas over here as well. Guys, again, I want to show you a few things. School today. I have school. Where is my show over here? School. Guys, join school. School happens today. It's for free. Costs you nothing. Go click on this over here. Get yourself ready to get your butts to school. Okay? The next thing is, if you used any of my exchange accounts, like you sign up for CoinW, you don't have exchange today, sign up for CoinW with my link below. Okay, in the description, and I'll show you where it is now. Where is it? Over there, CoinW, this link over here. No KYC, all of that, but you also get up to $350 just by doing 3 tasks. Signing up, $50, deposit $100, you get another $100, and if you complete 1 trade, you get $200 as a super bonus over here as well. Guys, have a fantastic day. Love you lots. There are a couple sponsor mentions. Let's go through here. Gaming token, Meta Horse Unity. Pay attention to them. Gaming is going to rally. If you like NVIDIA cheap, go take your damn crypto, go to Swarm Markets and go buy NVIDIA for cheap. It's on discount today. You can buy stocks, okay, with crypto on chain. Okay, so shout out to Swarm Markets over there as well. Guys, have a fantastic day. Love you lots. I'll see you here tomorrow. Get your damn bull hats on. Get ready for popcorn season of FOMC. Much love. Goodbye.